Creators, we are going to start a project today working with shape, color, and weaving. And so first what I've done is I have picked out 2 colors of construction paper that are analogous. They're neighbors on the color wheel. So I've picked 2 colors that are neighbors on the color wheel, and I'm going to write my first and last name and table what, hour what, and then I'm going to do the same thing here. Mrs. Mertz, table, hour. Okay, so then once I have that done, then I'm ready to get going on my animal. So we have our name on the back of our paper, and now we have our animal that we want to trace. Now, should I put my animal like this? Or should I put it like this? I think it fits better this way, so you have to try your animal. Does it go better horizontal, or does it go better vertical? I have picked out an animal stencil that I'm going to trace on to both pieces, and I have to trace it in the same place. Okay, so I have traced my animal on this paper, and here is my neighbor colored paper, and I'm gonna put this magic stuff called carbon paper. Black side goes down. What side goes down? Black side goes down. And then I'm gonna put my animal that I have done on top, and then I'm gonna get something hard like a pencil or a pen, and I'm going to trace my animal so that it is on the paper behind it, completely the same as the one in front. And I think I've got it done. Let me look. Yes, there it is. I think I could trace a little more here. So now I've traced my animal on both sheets, and now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to decide which one of these I want to paint black. So on the one I want to paint black, I'm gonna write black, and then I'm going to find a complementary color to this color. So since this is green, across the color wheel is red. So then on this one, I'm gonna write red. And I'm gonna paint one of the animals black. These are both dry now, and now I'm gonna start to make them into a weaving. So now I've got these 2 horses that are painted. I got black, it's got a border. I have the opposite of purple, which is yellow. I have a border, and now I'm gonna flip them over. And this poor little horse got his butt cut off. He probably should have been formatted the other way, huh? Okay, so they're going the same direction. So I'm gonna write up, down, up and down. Then I'm gonna write up and down over here. All right, so we've got up and down on both sides, up and down. And on one of these, we're gonna put blast as well, because this will be the last part we put in. And then on the top, we're gonna put throw away. So now I have my paper labeled, and I'm ready to start doing lines for the warp and the weft. Now I have the paper that doesn't have throwaway or down, or last. I have the one that just says up and down. So now I'm going to take my measuring tool and I'm going to draw a line across, and then I'm going to draw the rest of them going down. And this is going to be the warp. Okay, so now I've got my little car wash strips. I've cut these and I've cut them all the way to where my upline is, and I've stopped. Okay, so now I have the part that says throw away at the top and last at the bottom. So I'm going to get my measuring stick again, and I'm going to draw lines going the opposite way now. The first time I was going the long way, now I'm going the short way. Like so. Alright. Here we go.
How are you with this one?
It's all good. Hey, don't fight over my paper nut jobs. You're gonna
So do we
rip
cut
it.
right here too?
No.
Okay, cut these.
Okay, so now I have this done.
I just have
What I'm gonna do is I've got this part. Alright, I've thrown away my first line, and now I'm going to lift, skip, lift, skip, lift, and I'm gonna just stuff this in, but I'm not gonna glue yet. Now I'm gonna cut another piece, and I'm going to do opposite. Whoops, can you grab that for me? Thanks. Okay, so I'm gonna lay these down, and I'm going to do opposite now. Lift, skip, lift, skip, lift, skip. And this one goes like this. Now I need to make sure I'm getting this lined up, because I need my animal to be exactly lined up, and guess what? It's not. So here's what I'm gonna do. I can see that I have about that much, so I'm gonna take this guy out, and this is very common for it not to line up, so I'm gonna do a little finagling here and shorten this guy up, and then I'm gonna stick him back in. Okay, and hopefully the ear will line up this time. There we go. There we go. I just have to do a shout out to my awesome cameraman, Andrew. All right.
wow.
There we go. A little shout out. All right. I still don't think it's quite right. So I'm gonna trim him a little more. This time I'm gonna trim it on this. All right. Well, I got this guy lined up here, so that works. Okay. So now I've got my thumb on last, and I'm cutting the other side because last means last. I'm gonna cut this one. Let's see, it goes in like this. So I gotta flip, skip, flip, skip, flip. All right, let's put this one into place and hopefully it fits. Yes. All right. So now, here we go again. Okay. Now, I've got this going, and it's lining up just fine, so now I'm going to get some glue. I could have glued right away, but I wanted to make sure that this all lined up before I put glue on. So I'm going to put a little glue on the sides that are on this side. Okay. Then I'm going to put a little glue back here on these. Remember, you don't want to glue too soon. Make sure you got it going, but don't glue at the end either, because then like you could lose all your pieces, and then that would be just sad. Okay. And a sign of a good weaving is these warp lines down here aren't like all spread out. They're like tight. Okay, so now I'm going to put some glue on the ones that are going over. Well, actually they'd be under. Okay. So this one, sometimes this is kind of tricky at the end. Let's see, this one goes over, over. There we are. And now I'm gonna glue these guys. All right. So now I've got this horse all done. All done. He looks great. Too bad his butt cut off. Well, that's a compositional issue. Now the last thing I'm gonna do is put some tape across the back just to make sure my weaving stays put, because it's a little fragile. That means fragile in Italiano. There we go. And it looks like I got some trim work here. There we are. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. All right.